Well, despite economic uncertainty and high unemployment rates, Israelis are buying more assets. Bank of Israel data indicates record mortgage rates by banks at the end of 2020, and credit for investment apartments reaching 1 billion shekels last year, the highest amount since August 2015. So why buy real estate during these uncertain times? Eyal Katz, founder and owner of Skyview Real Estate, joins us now. Thank you, Eyal, for joining me today.
Hi, Lauren. Thank you for having me.
Okay, so it appears that 2020 might not have been so bad after all. Why did Israelis end up buying more real estate, more apartments, despite, the pandemic and major job instability?
Well, basically, there's like three major reasons. The first one, people are looking for a stable market. And what's the alternative? Going to the stock market. Stock market is everything but a stable market. So they stay in the real estate market where it's stable and even rises every year, maybe not by much, but it does increase every year. Second thing, we saw before the pandemic, people took their money abroad and invested in real estate in Europe or in the US. Today we see it less, and put on top of that the fact that Israel credit rate stayed high and is high, and it wasn't affected during the pandemic, made the decision easier for them to leave their money in Israel. And the third thing is the lack of government policy. There's no real government policy for reducing real estate prices. And combine all that together, that's why people are buying and prices are going up.
So is the data indicating that prices will go up? Was construction halted during this year with the pandemic and all sort of the political chaos that was happening in the country?
The construction wasn't affected. It stayed the same. And I said it earlier, the public is not stupid. He sees that the government has no agenda for reducing real estate prices, and there's not enough new apartments built every year. So he stopped waiting, and the public is buying. Yeah.
So with us heading to a new election, with a new government that will be in power, does that mean there's going to be more construction?
Don't be too optimistic, Lauren. I don't see that coming. And I'm going to surprise you now. I hope you're sitting down. I'm going to tell you that.
It's not easy to surprise me, so go ahead.
The government decided that in the end of 2022, they're going to cancel the Tama project. There's not going to be any more Tama project.
Wow.
That means we're going to see even less supply than what we saw in these years. We have more demand, less supply. That's why prices going up.
I think everybody's sort of in a state of confusion right now with everything that's happening in politics and with the world, with the health situation. What can you recommend for our viewers who would actually like to invest during these uncertain times?
The interest rate on mortgages these days is low. So when you take money from the bank, it's cheap. I can give you this tip, Lauren. Start looking at commercial real estate.
All right.
If there is a field that was affected in the pandemic, it's the commercial real estate. If you look carefully, you can find owners that are pressured, that need to sell quickly, and then you can find yourself maybe a good deal.
All right, great tip. Eyal Katz, thank you so much as always.
Lauren. Thank you.